Hey guys, Rob Shoecraft here with Restore Fitness, and I'm going to talk to you today about heel pain. Probably there's another video for all you foot lovers out there. The nasty, dirty feet. I look like the dude from Pirates of the Caribbean when you go on the ride, you go under the bridge, the nasty foot hanging down there. I always liked that as a kid. Anyways, that's me. That was me. You guys know that? You've met me before if you've been on that ride. So I want to talk about heel pain. I've had two clients with in the past year with severe heel pain, and all these little tricks. And by the way, guys, I just wanted to let you know this is important. As a personal trainer and as a responsible YouTube, semi-responsible YouTube creator or whatever I'm supposed to call myself, I do try to acknowledge my scope of practice. I don't try to, if somebody, go to a physical therapist. If you have like problems with, I try to maintain my boundaries. I don't try to overstep my boundaries and play doctor and PT and all these other different things. Although it's funny, there's a lot of gray around there. So what I usually do is tell people, I've been blessed with many different minor ailments throughout my body. So I've had a lot of experience trying to fix them and a lot of success, quite frankly. So I'll share with people, hey, this is what I did when I had that problem, or I had a similar problem like that. You might want to take a look at this information here or this video, or try this out. I'm not going to make you, but give it a shot. And it has helped people. Well, I had two clients with severe heel pain, and I was sharing with them all this stuff, and they'd been to the doctor. The doctor didn't really know what to do, and this and that and the other. Nothing was working. And heel pain, from what I understand, can be caused by a lot of different things, but oftentimes, and by the way, heel pain, I'm talking about your heel of your foot, and I'm talking about, generally speaking, this whole kind of area here, not necessarily on the side, although that can, I think, be affected, but a lot of times, heel pain is caused by, it can be caused by plantar fasciitis. It can be caused by basically all the connective tissue in here being overworked, being just getting all gunked up. We'll just say we'll keep it medical here. So things like the lacrosse ball could potentially help heel pain. In their case, it wasn't. Even their doctor was like, just get on a lacrosse ball or golf ball and just go to town. Or these kind of smashes here on the side into the heel directly, or these like Kelly Starrett style like ball wax on the ankle, to untack everything, and all this stuff that I've worked on. There are a couple things that I just started doing recently, and that also helped them. And it's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff that they got from somebody else they were sharing with me, because then I started experiencing heel pain, of course, like right afterward. So I'm like, what'd you do? We're sharing information. So there's like three little things that you may not have done, and let's talk about them. So number one, heel pain. You know what? Let's save what I think is the best for last. Let's do one thing you might not think of with heel pain is first of all, just having tight calves, we'll just say tight lower legs, both in the muscle and the fascia around the muscles, and it could be a million different things. But when it comes to tightness, if you're a fan of lacrosse ball, if you're a fan of self-myofascial release, some people aren't, whatever, that's cool. There's other ways to skin a cat, which, by the way, anybody want my cat? He bit my wife, and she had to go to the emergency room for a freaking cat bite. She's been on crutches for a week and a half, and they're like all sorts of antibiotics. It's ridiculous. So I'm trying to get rid of that guy. I don't want to kill him. So anyways, what the hell was I talking about? Take a lacrosse ball, and you get this kind of like your soleus muscle underneath. Everybody thinks of the gastrocnemius, these big calf muscles here, but you have a deeper muscle, your soleus, and we don't talk about too much about the function there, but you can kind of get to it kind of underneath the shin bone, the tibialis here. If you drive in here, relax your foot, and just kind of run the line of the shin bone underneath, and get in there and work that. And I can when it's real tight, I used to be very, very religious about staying on this. I did it every night, but I'd let it go after a while, and they get real tight, and you basically just run all the way down, pretty much. I mean, the soleus doesn't run all the way down here, but I'll start up at the top near the knee, run all the way down, work those trigger spots out, those nasty spots, all the way down, kind of through this, connected. This seems to be like a nice intersection right here, all the way down to right around my ankle, and then I'll just kind of go to the heel here. But it gets real tight through here, and that can help alleviate a bit of, for me anyway, my experience and theirs, a bit of tension. So that's one thing. Another thing you can do is on the, I don't know what these are called, but basically in between your toes, the bones of your toes, you have this, I went to this, my friend Logan Black, I went to him a while back for a deep, like 2.5 hour deep tissue massage, and he just went to town on me. And he was going through, and I had never done this before, and he's digging his fingers in between my toes and working like the fascia. You've seen my, if you've seen my yoga toes video, I have those gel yoga toes. Those have been helping quite a bit. I mean, that's sort of that's this ballpark here. And you go through each toe and just knead out the knots in between. And if you've never done this, you're going to have some, and it's going to be pretty darn intense. So that's another place you might be able to relieve tension. Now, I think the biggest bang for the buck is, all the self-fascia release is nice to get things kind of unlocked, so to speak, but the process is going to continue. You're going to continue to have the problems over and over and over again if you don't fix the root cause. So they might help in the interim, but they're going to be right back at the same thing tomorrow or the next week or in an hour from now, whatever the case may be. So you need to try to fix the root cause. Well, the cause of a lot of people's heel pain and just general foot pain in general is that your muscles are weak. And that could be any number of muscles, but one in particular is the one, basically your big toe muscle that runs all through here. I think it's called like the hallucis longus, some Dr. Seuss word. But who cares what it's called? Let's work on it. So mine's super weak because I've always had very flat feet. And this can kind of help build arches, apparently. I can like pretend I have arches. Like if I needed to like have arches for like a 10-second clip in a movie, I can have arches. And I'd always do that like toe shortening exercise where you kind of drag your toe back. I've talked about it before. I think I like this one better. It's a little different. And what you're doing is, let me take this here. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Can you see that? Yeah. So you smash your toe into the floor, and now preferably you want to be bearing weight, but I just want to show you what this looks like. So you're on top, you're standing up, and you drive your toe into the floor and all your other toes up. So what that's doing, you can kind of see, I could feel it like crazy. It's strengthening this muscle through here, so that the muscles are like basically just chilling, doing nothing, while all the connective tissue is getting all tied up, trying to compensate. And that's, from what I understand, and it's worked, that's how you're getting all that tightness in the heel, potentially, because it's all the force, the stress. It always has to go somewhere. It's going to wind up somewhere. It doesn't just magically disappear when you walk for 10,000 steps a day or whatever you're doing. If you're not doing it the right way, all those wrong steps got to go somewhere, okay? And they might wind up in your heel. So if you strengthen the muscle to help walk properly, to help jump, squat, whatever it is you're doing, then your connective tissue isn't going to have to withstand potentially so much stress. So strengthen those muscles. Also, ankle circles, things like that are good. The opposite is true too. So you can lift your big toe and smash your 4 toes into the floor. So kind of work the rest of your foot as well. So, you could do, I've been doing I do like 2 sets of 15 of each a day. And then like every other day. I don't remember where I learned that exercise. I'd love to share it with somebody. Or I'd love to give somebody credit. I always forget. Anyways, somebody out there is like, it was me. Okay. Thank you, whoever you are. Guys, give that a shot. If you have any other tips on fixing heel pain, I'm sure there's a million different ways out there, a million different strategies. Let me know, drop it in the comments. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You guys have a terrific day. Thank you. Do it for me. Thanks.